Dr. George Cromack with RenewYourself.net, and we've been talking about strength training and how we've been realizing that that has been a really integral missing part in the youthing process, longevity process, particularly in the live food segment genre with people. This is just really important stuff. You want to be strong, vital, functional, and independent at 80. You better get with it with the strength training, because you're dreaming, if you think you're going to live on lettuce leaves for the next, 10, 15, 20 years and walk around and do a few yoga classes and have great muscle tone. I mean, yeah, if you're doing primary series 6 days a week, no problem, bro. But, what the average person is doing, like light yoga, that's just not going to cut it. The other thing we need to look at, and this is particularly, well, it's both men and women, but we're going to start with the men. You need to, at a certain point, I mean, we're talking about, the supplementation with the superfoods, with the blue-green algae, the bee pollen, the pure synergy, adding on some glutamine, branched-chain amino acids, creatine, HCl, strength training. There's another part of this formula, and a lot of you are in the baby boomer generation like myself. I'm 58 years old. Reality of the situation, if you have a medical understanding or training and start doing your, like 3-4 page blood workups to see what's going on with your whole blood profile, particularly the endocrinology part of it, that is huge, because men are going through male menopause in their early 50s usually, and what happens is, with all the plasticides in our food chain, is you get a increased estrogen level, or a feminization, that's going to interfere with your whole number with testosterone. You have to get the free and total testosterone. You need to get the free testosterone, which is the amount that's actually linking up. You need to find out where the baseline is at. Find if you're low on testosterone. You need to see what's going on with your thyroid. You need to see your DHEA levels, and you need to see your sex-binding globulin hormone levels. Thyroid, we need a T3, T4, TSH. You need to get the estradiol level, which is going to look at some of the estrogen. Sex-binding globulin hormone gets in there and usually increases with age and gets in and blocks the receptor site for the testosterone. So that being the case, probably also want to see what your IGF-1 levels are also. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, besides exercise itself being beneficial to the levels of many of these hormones, there are ways to naturally, move those in the right direction in terms of getting the estrogen level down to a reasonable level. DHEA is usually, with supplementation responds well. You can increase your testosterone levels with certain herbs and supplements, tribulus being one example, and there's other herbs that will actually bring that sex-binding globulin hormone down. So when we do this in combination with the right amino acid supplementation with the right amounts of strength training, the right way, and good food, we're going to get some amazing results. Thyroid's big, 30-35% of the population has irregularities in thyroid function after the age of 50. You should have that done. If you haven't had it done, I encourage you to have a full blood panel. And I think what we'll do is we'll go over one of mine and look at some of the different components. I have been doing mine every 90 days for over a year now. I'm down to about once every 6 months, and I've gone through a lot of really nice changes working with that. So we're going to get more into that. That's Dr. George Cromack. again, for men, you know, you look around you in society, Walmart, on the plane, you know, the big beer belly type thing is a lot of inter-abdominal fat that's actually inside the abdominal muscle, which is really increasing your risk for cardiovascular disease. Really not going to be a good thing in terms of your health. You know, the breast on men, just an example of, you know, too much body fat, probably, you know, possibly a problem with the testosterone, estrogen levels, as well as maybe sex-binding globulin hormone and thyroid. And so that all needs to be looked at. And that's your health tip for today. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at drgeorgecromack@hotmail.com. Aloha.